What's up, guys? This is Crazy Awesome. Today we're playing through 72 Seasons. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do is pretend that I haven't heard this album. I actually heard a little bit of this album. I heard a little bit of this album. Like, I actually have played through this before, but I literally do not remember how a single song sounds, pretty much. So, what we're doing today is we are going to play through the whole album, and we're gonna see how we like it. So yeah, 72 Seasons. I did not give it a fair shot like the first time I heard this album. So I was already tired and stuff, and I didn't really pay attention to it completely because I was already tired. Okay, not bad. Pretty solid riffing, I guess. Pretty solid. Did I hear this riff on like the I can't remember the name of the album. Is it Death Magnetic? Like, I can't remember the name of that album, but Death Magnetic, is that the name of the album? I forgot the name of the album. Oh my god. And I think I heard that this song sounds really reminiscent of that song. It also really reminds me of, oh, this is the title track. I guess this is the title track. I didn't even notice. But you know that song, Spit Out the Bone? It reminds me of, like, that album. No, that's Hardwired, right? Isn't that Hardwired? I think so. I would say it's very interesting playing this album after like playing a whole bunch of like old Metallica stuff. This is very different. Well, actually, it's kind of more so less the same, but just different. It's really interesting to see like the old Metallica and the new Metallica. Like to see what changed and what stayed the same. I feel like it's pretty interesting. definitely not. I'm not feeling it as much as I did. And Justice for All. I'm not feeling it as much as I did in that album, but like the solos specifically, so far. Like, I'm not even joking. I did play through this album before, but I don't even remember how, like, I barely even remember how the song sounded at all, and I kind of just dismissed it. So this is me focusing on the riffs and everything. And now, I have, like, a lot more Metallica knowledge, I feel like. I'm not just, like, I know more songs than just, like, the big hits now. I played through their entire album, so now I know a little bit more. Okay. I think it's a pretty decent opener. I think it's a step down in quality in terms of... number 2, Shadows Follow. I think it's a step down in quality in terms of openers for Metallica in general. Like Battery from Master of Puppets is really good. The one for Ride the Lightning is really good too. Yeah, but I definitely like this a lot more than when I first heard it. One thing I definitely noticed is like the drums are a lot more touched up, which I'm very conflicted about because I do think the quality of the drums actually sounds pretty good, which is actually both a plus and a minus to me because it feels like more touched up. And I actually do think the sound is better, but it's also kind of a minus for me because this is just a me thing, but sometimes I prefer things to like be less polished and more kind of like angry and raw, and like you can hear the imperfections more. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but it's kind of, so the drums being like very like polished and mixed and touched up the way that they are makes me actually happy. It's kind of like a plus and a minus at the same time, so it kind of like cancels out actually. I don't know, so far I think James's vocals are actually better. Overall, they sound better, at least to me. I think his vocals are stronger, at least. Which is really actually interesting because he's older. feel like this song should have ended by now. I don't know why, but I just feel like there's not really too much to offer here, in my opinion. You know, it's fine if anyone else likes it. This is just my opinion. It's okay. Didn't really do much for me. I didn't really feel much from that song, I feel like. Anyways, Screaming Suicide. I heard that this was a very serious topic, so I wonder how they go about it. I don't know. I feel like the music does not really fit the subject matter too much, and I feel like I'm gonna have someone coming after me and just like angrily explaining to me and being like, "This is why this relates to that." But I don't know. Okay, now this part does. Yeah, I kind of get this part, but there's just like certain aspects of it where I'm just like, I don't know. I do like I say that, I do like the lyrics on this one though. Yeah, this part. Like the keep me aside, my name is suicide. I don't know. I feel like just the music and everything surrounding it, it just doesn't really hit that hard. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I feel like they could have handled this better, because they wrote some really serious, deep stuff. Especially with like some clean stuff. I feel like if the song was like clean, then it would have hit like way harder. Like they wanted to talk about this subject matter. Or maybe some clean parts in it. Also, a lot of the songs, well, other ones I've just heard right now, just have like the same bum 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 bum. And I think like the sound variation is kind of just bringing down my score a little bit. Like, everything sounds nice and it's easy to digest, but most things don't really have too much of an edge to them. Like it doesn't have much grit, you know, just much like roughness. I kind of feel like. I don't know. I just feel like everything's kind of like. I feel like the sounds are like kind of like going around me instead of like pushing into me, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. You know when you can like feel music, when you can like feel what they're doing and like feel the energy? It's not really, I don't know. I feel really bad. I don't want to say that's my least favorite song so far because I really love the lyrics. I think the lyrics are very serious and they do a pretty good job of touching on a very serious topic. But I don't think the surrounding music really fits the. I don't know. I feel like it just would have been better like if Metallica just did something. I don't know, just a bit more focused and less like just like metal like. I don't know, just less like pentatonic or. You know, E riffing, you know, I feel like they could have just gone about that in like, in a more unique way, you know? That's all I'm saying. I didn't hate the sound, I just thought it didn't really vibe with the lyrics, which kind of disappoints me, but I don't know. I don't know. I just so far I haven't really been able to get too much like out of this album. I know people are pretty crazy about this album when it came out. At least most people really enjoyed the album. And I know like a lot of different people enjoyed this album, but I feel like a lot of those people were like people that had like, they were just like, oh, they had, you know, they have the nostalgia for Metallica. Like they're like, ooh, it's Metallica, you know, making stuff, and that kind of like, you know, it impacts so great on it. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but okay. I also feel like another problem I have so far, I don't want to compare everything to Metallica's previous work, you know, because I understand why that could be an unfair criticism, because Metallica is not obviously who they used to be. What, like in their 60s or something now? But, you know, like on Metallica's previous albums, there's like some of the old classic, like Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning, and, you know, a few others. I just feel like I have more cohesion, like the track listing. I feel like I went through more, you know, like the story made more sense, and I don't know. I just feel like the way the songs were constructed had more thought to it, and I don't know. Like the sound of the songs are good, and there's nothing wrong with that, but. Yeah, it's alright. But that's my problem. I feel like there's not as much cohesion. Instead of like telling a story, it just feels like a bunch of songs that are put together, like it feels like a best of list or something. Instead of like an album that's telling a personal story. I'm not saying every album has to tell a personal story, but I don't know, the songs don't feel connected to anything, and the music is not good enough to like pull me in and make me not care about that. Because in my brain, I'm like, you know, I always look for a story, like with the music or with the lyrics. Maybe there is some story and I'm just too busy playing guitar to actually notice the story that's going on. But for me, I can't really pick up anything that's really grabbing me, that's really pulling my attention. I feel like it's just always breezing by me instead of pulling me in and making me super intrigued. What a weird word. I mean, it's definitely not bad though. I don't think it's a bad album, but so far, another criticism I guess I would say is that James Hetfield, while his voice does sound a lot better, I would say his voice does sound better than normal. Like he sounds more confident. I think that does add some. But I feel like he's trying to sing like too high too often. I feel like I just want to be like, hey dude, just maybe you should just sing a few lower notes. Like maybe that might sound a little better. Maybe that might help break up the pacing a little bit. That's also another thing. Like the pacing of this album is I don't want to I'm not like hating or crapping on it or anything. I don't know. There has not been I have not played a single clean note, like nothing clean or, I don't know, there's no orchestral bits or, I don't know, I just like the stuff in Metallica. In fact, I think they do clean stuff better than they do metal, actually. I don't know, this album just does not seem as well thought out as their other projects, but, I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it, but I just had to see how I feel about it at the end of it. Like, it might be a song that hits and I'm like, ooh, this really hits, And maybe the riffs or the lyrics or maybe like a combination of everything. But, so far, definitely not like horrible or anything. Hold on. I kind of like that riff. Okay. Well, I was liking that riff, and then, I don't know. Like, this to me just feels a little generic. Like, I'm just too used to the pentatonic wham stuff. This is kind of hitting a little bit. That's a little bit. I feel like it's kind of hitting a little bit. know. There are like a few cool moments. Lux Eternal. I remember a tiny bit of. No, actually, not really. But I think when I heard it, I think when I heard this song. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I don't know what that was, but I think when I heard it, like when it came out, I think it was my favorite song from the album. I also remember, I cannot remember how the solo sounds because I remember seeing this video that Bradley Hall released that was like Lux Eterna, but the solo doesn't suck. I remember that. I remember that video. So I had to see like how the solo is because I cannot remember how the solo is. Oh wow, this sounds really good actually. Different. I normally don't hear him sound like that. That was kind of cool. Alright, pentatonic stuff. Cool stuff. Okay. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I see how people weren't crazy about the solo. Yeah, the solo was okay. It was alright, but I can see why people would say it kind of sucked in comparison to like what the because Kirk Hammett has put out like such good solos over like the course of his life. Well, that was a weird ending. Okay. Yeah, Lux Eterna. I feel like I had a little bit more punch than like some of the other songs. Crown of Barbed Wire. Okay, I do remember a little bit of this song. Like I remember the outside this crown barbed wire. See, I remember that part. And I remember that too. So far I'm not enjoying it as much as I did the old Metallica stuff. I already knew that, but I basically already like figured I wouldn't. I'm definitely glad I'm giving this album a chance though. at this. Crown wire. So tired. This crown wire. So tight, this crown. I'm still not in love with the song, but for some reason that's like more memorable to me. It's a little bit more memorable than some of the other tracks on here. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up the riff. One of the better choruses on the album. I feel like it has more staying power. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, too. Yeah. This album that sounds like Mary Jane's Last Dance, but I can't remember which one it is. It might be this solo actually. Hold on. It is! It is! That was it! Did you hear it? It is Mary Jane's Last Dance. It was. I forgot it was this song. I was gonna say something earlier, but then I almost forgot. Okay, so I think my main problem with this album is a lot of the songs just feel like riffs that are just like, oh, that kind of sounds cool. Let's just go with that. And it doesn't, and like for a lot of people that's fine. But for me, they don't have as much like cohesion or like staying power. Mostly, they're not that memorable or innovative, or I don't know. I feel like I'll just forget like most of these riffs like in like a day or two. I feel like after I finish playing this album, I don't feel like I went through anything, you know. Like I don't really feel like I'm on a journey here for the most part. I mean, most of the riffs like sound nice. Most of them. And most of it just feels like they're trying to riff as much stuff as they can possible without actually giving it that much thought. Feels more like they're just trying to jam on stuff. Which is fine, like, for a lot of people. I don't mean, Metallica can do whatever they want. Of course, they don't need my seal of approval. But I don't know. Hope someone in the comments will understand what I'm trying to say. Also, these vocals are pretty different too. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. That's what he said. He said, lean on me. Did you hear him? He's like, lean on me. I didn't know James Hetfield created Lean On Me. That's pretty nice. I didn't know that. He created Lean On Me, guys. He's the creator of Lean On Me. He also created Bill Withers. So step out of the way, man. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'll stop. And see this feels so random. For me, there's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like cool or like they're like switching stuff up in an awesome way. It feels just kind of random, like they're just trying to riff over stuff and just be like, ooh, look at this. This might sound nice. And while it doesn't sound bad, it just feels like disconnected from the rest of the song. So it's like they're just playing riffs that sound nice that just don't really connect to anything for me personally. For me personally, remember, that's just for me personally. If you guys can connect the dots in a better way than I can, then go for it. For sure, that's awesome. In fact, if you like this song or this album, then go for it, man. I want you to like what you like, and I want us to be friends, no matter what. So, you know. Okay, yeah. Um, yeah. My opinion still stands, although there are lots of moments that do sound like nice, but then it's just kind of gone. It's like whatever, and then it's like gone from your brain. Darkness Had a Son. I know there's an 11-minute song on here. I'm not sure how excited I am to play that one. It's a really long song. Which I like long songs, but I think it just sounds like the rest of the album. I think it's kind of overbloated. But I don't know, I can't really remember how the song sounds for the most part, so... So we'll see. We'll see. I will say it definitely helps like playing like the old stuff, because I played like all the old albums. I feel like I can understand Metallica better like as a band. Since I played all their like old albums and stuff. So I do like that aspect of it, because I can understand Metallica better. Like knowing their history, knowing like their sound. And seeing the sound evolve a little bit. Yeah, to me this is just very uninteresting. I don't know. I also hate that when James brings a lot of passion to this project, but whenever he starts like singing really passionately, and I'm like, okay, you know, and I look at the lyrics and stuff, but the music is just like so, I feel like it's the music that's honestly just like the riffs and stuff. It's honestly like the vocals are kind of there, like the drums are there. But everything feels like very, very polished and kind of like touched up, and then the riffs just kind of feel like, I don't know. It's hard to describe how I feel about the riffs. It's like they sound fine, but there's just not a lot of edge or urgency. It just sounds like kind of like recycled stuff that's kind of just like, meh, just like mediocre to me. I'm gonna make a lot of people angry, aren't I? Also, I'm getting tired of the wah pedal. Like, come on, man. Sorry. You should have said vibrate! Okay, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. I kind of already did that. Anyways. You heard nothing. You did not hear anything. But that one, I feel like it was starting to get like more interesting during, towards the end. But then it just disappeared, and so it was like, oh, well, that's gone already. Too Far Gone. It's Metallica, Too Far Gone. Could they make me change my entire opinion about what I said about the whole album and the songs so far? Let's see. Kirk Hammett said that solos are not memorable. He said something like, he's like, no one's gonna remember a solo, which is really ironic considering like how legendary he is. Like, Kirk Hammett is so legendary and known for like, for a lot of his solos. But he said that like in defense of this album, like 72 Seasons, he was like, no one's gonna remember the solos I write. Defense, like the attention span is already pretty bad now, so I can see people like, so imagine like 2 or 3 generations from now, I feel like they're not going to be able to watch like a 15-second video without like scrolling to another video. But no, I think that's terrible. Like that's terrible to say. Like people definitely remember solos. In fact, a lot of people learn how to play guitar because they got inspired by the solos. By your solos, Mr. Kirk Hammett, by your solos. In fact, some would say that your solos are the most important part of Metallica, or one of the most important parts. So yeah, people definitely remember solos, man. I kind of like that. That was cool. That was cool. No cap, not gonna lie. I also like those harmonies with the vocals. I think there also hasn't been a whole lot of harmonies so far with the vocals. This is just like more pentatonic, like riffing. Honestly, I like that middle riff section is pretty good. I like that. That may have been one of my favorite songs on the album. It's pretty good. Relatively speaking, that is. It wasn't like amazing, but relatively speaking to the other songs, I do think it was like one of the better ones. So I do think it was pretty good in those regards. What else? What was this? Room of Mirrors? Yeah, I think that's the next one. Room of Mirrors. That literally sounds like, what is that? Spit out the bone. Didn't they do that in spit out the bone? Wait, this. Didn't they do that in Spit Out the Bone? I'm just asking. Like, this is a genuine question. So I heard it, my brain was like, wait, are they gonna do it again? They do. My brain was literally telling me, hey, that's from the thing. Oh man, here's the 11-minute song. Have you say it in Morta? I don't know how you say that. So forgive me. This album has been alright so far. That's my biggest issue with it. It doesn't really feel like it's taking too many risks, especially with all the progressive stuff that's out right now. There's so much like progressive stuff out there that's doing like crazy stuff. That's like taking so many risks and like pushing boundaries and not going with like the most basic thing, or at least the most seemingly basic thing to me. And this is a pretty decent riff, I kind of feel like the thirds are pretty cool, the double stops. Okay. Honestly, I do think this is like probably one of the coolest parts of the album. I mean, it's not super cool, but it's like different, which is cool. Like they switch it up, which does feel pretty refreshing.
She needs me, but I need her more. She loves me, but I love her more. She kills me, but I end this war. She fills me, but she's not what I'm living for. Oh no.
Okay, let's see where this goes. I'm actually pretty interested. I can definitely see more thought. It seems like more thought was put into the solo. Which I would hope so, considering this is the longest song of the album. Lay off the wall for 1 second, man. Just for 1 second. Please. there you have it. There are 72 seasons. I think the last song had some moments.
Wonderful
I think the
performance.
Misery thing was pretty interesting to end the album on. And I actually like that song a lot more than I thought I would, because I was worried because it was 11 minutes. I thought I wouldn't like it that much. Okay. 72 seasons. So my brain feels kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to grade this album because I feel like my problem is, okay, well, first, this album is so long. This album is way too long. It didn't feel that tiring. Like I've heard and played through this album like once before, and I was really tired that day, and I was kind of poking fun at it. Didn't really give the album a chance. Didn't really listen to it, and kind of like already dismissed it. But this is my first real like actual like giving this album a chance and like listening to it and like trying to like dissect it and break it down a little bit, and just really pay attention to like the technicality of the riffs and how it feels to me, how it feels to my ears and stuff. I think 72 seasons is, I will say, I think it is a good sounding record. Like everything sounds clean. Like the drums sound pretty clean, and the vocals especially. You can tell a lot of production went into that, and the performances are decently executed. But the problem I have is that nothing really stuck out. Like I feel like I didn't go through anything. Like I played, like this album's what, an hour and 17 minutes, and I go and I play it, and then I'm finished with it, and I feel like I'm left with nothing. Like I feel like I'm left with almost nothing to grab onto and nothing like to hold on to. I feel like there are only a few moments. The way that I like to see it is if you see a random show, like you just literally just stumble upon this random show, and you're like, ooh, that's there might be a couple funny moments or maybe a couple cool moments along it. They're just like, okay, this is kind of good. I kind of like that a little bit, but it's like after the show's over, it's like just nothing it's nothing that's gonna really pull you back in, or nothing that's gonna keep you like super interested, or nothing that's gonna have you coming back to it for more. Like ooh, that was really cool. I want to see more of it. Turn that down a little bit. All right. That's just how I feel though. I feel like the album, it wasn't as planned out as their previous projects, like Master of Puppets, like Ride the Lightning, like and Justice for All. Like those were just such good records, and I understand that those records, had a lot of, just everything. I feel like Metallica just really put like their full foot and like just everything into those records. So it's hard to top that, and I don't just want to constantly compare it to past stuff, because they are a lot older now. A lot has changed, and a lot has changed with them in the world, and even just recording itself, like a recording studio, and just how things are done, and just so many things have changed. So many things have changes to them. So many different variables you can kind of consider. To this record, but I'm not trying to be disingenuous, or I'm not trying to be rude or mean, or just trying to like be pretentious and just dislike something that a lot of people do like. But I just think that this album could have done a lot better in a lot of areas. Now, for them being as old as they are, and for them, being as rich as they are, it could have easily gone with something. Well, okay, I'll just say this. I feel like this is something very typical of Metallica, and it's not really something that's pushing any boundaries whatsoever. It's not pushing any boundaries, and especially because you have you just have a lot of music, like especially now, like metal music that is just doing so much that's more different, and this feels very out of touch. It feels like they're in the past trying to like grab on and try to hold that glory that they were that they once were like so long ago. that's what it feels like to me, because a lot of the riffs felt like something I had already heard before or something I've heard in some different variation, but there's also no urgency. Like I felt sometimes I did feel a little bit of urgency coming from James' voice every now and then, but I didn't feel the urgency in like the riffs or the mixing, or everything felt like very like kind of cleaned up and very polished, and it didn't feel like like there's like a like there's like a grr, where you just kind of you just want to like close your eyes and go you make that stank metal face. I didn't really feel like many moments like that, at least to me. It felt like a little too neat and a little too polished up, and I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what the album cover is supposed to be, but it kind of looks like I don't know. It like when I first saw it, I thought it was like a baby crib. I thought it was like a crib. Okay, I don't want to trash it. I mean, the album art is pretty cool, but I actually don't know what that is. But anyways, yeah, this album was. I'm not gonna lie. I think playing through it and giving it a fair shot was honestly really nice, because I feel like I like it more than I did. But it's not that good of a record. It's kind of boring. It's a little mid. It's a little mediocre. It's It feels a little washed out at some points. In his highest of highs, like the highest of highs, to me, is just like a riff that is like, oh, okay, I might bob my head a little bit, or, ooh, that's kind of cool. But nothing that is like great or fantastic or outstanding. Like not a single track. There's not a single track on this record that I would even call amazing. Because I really had an issue, just a long-lasting issue with basically every song here. Even though there are a few nice sounding tracks, and basically the whole album sounded very well produced. That was the biggest issue for me, that it sounded, I feel like metal just doesn't need like too much production. I feel like that takes away from the rawness and the heaviness of it, but that's just kind of me. Like some people might agree with this, but I know it's like mostly a me thing, because I like my metal to have a lot of just rough edges and rawness, and so we can like kind of hear the imperfections. But I don't really think this album was at all like innovative or different, or didn't catch my attention, or anything like that really. I would give this album, if I was being honest, I cannot give it any higher than a 6. Maybe like a 5.5. Yeah, it was boring. It felt bloated. Like, this album is so long. Like, have they released a longer album than this? Probably. I don't know. Like, if anyone knows, just let me know. But yeah, that album was just so long. But after I played it, it didn't feel like I went through everything. Everything was nicely constructed, but it's like I play it, I don't feel like I'm left with like any, I don't know, any stories the album told. I don't feel like I'm left with any riffs or any like cool, memorable solos. I don't feel like I'm left with anything. It just feels like I'm gonna make a lot of people angry at this comparison. I feel like this album is like a hot dog to me. It's like a plain hot dog. It's good. Well, no, okay, I'll say this. It's like a plain hot dog. It's alright, you'll eat it. If you're hungry, you'll take it over nothing. You might take a few bites, and then it might be good, like for a few seconds. Like you might be like, "Ooh, I was hungry." This tasted good. But then you eat more of it, and it's like, oh wait, this is just a hot dog. Like this is just a plain hot dog. People are gonna be so upset at me, but I don't say this. I'm not trying to poke, like, I'm not trying to like anger anyone or upset anyone, but this album was just very plain to me. It just didn't have that much to me. Now if you guys are able to get a lot out of it, and this is just upon first, well, I guess really technically second listen, but really like my first time actually like giving the album a chance. So if you guys want to like recommend that maybe I give a few more songs a listen, then I would definitely be open to that, because especially upon first listen, because this is all upon first listen here, so I have to focus on the guitar and focus on a lot of different things at the same time. So this might not be some songs might grow on me. I might go back and check out some of these later to see if I like them anymore. But yeah, I think this album is a 5.5 for me. It just doesn't feel like Metallica was really trying that much. Um, I like 5.5 out of 10. I just don't feel like Metallica really was trying or pushing boundaries, or if they were trying, it just didn't really seem like it, because I just miss the clean stuff so much. I cannot put enough emphasis on that, like the orchestral bits, the clean parts they put together. I know that takes a lot of thought and takes a lot of concentration, a lot of effort, but I feel like that's when Metallica really shines, when they can mix that, like the clean stuff and the metal, when they mix that together so good. And I completely missed that on the record, because not once did I really even hear that. Not once I hear anything that was like really grabbed my attention in that same way in some of their other albums. Like Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets, or Injustice for All, because in all those albums they add some of these elements in some of the songs, or maybe they might have some transitional bits. But yeah, this feels infinitely less interesting than basically any of their old albums, to me personally. So if you guys are still sticking around though, and you guys want to see more Metallica, more metal stuff in general, want to see some different bands or more Metallica stuff, then just let me know. I know I'm a relatively small channel, and I try to do this to keep you guys entertained, and sometimes my life gets a little busy, but I try to upload when I can. So let me know. And hey, listen, I know I have a lot of stuff to say, but I just really hope that we can be friends, and I really just want to make great content for you guys to listen to and for you guys to like, because for some reason there are like a couple hundred people who enjoy me listing off my weird random opinions. So if you guys are into that, then you guys are into crazy awesome content, then make sure to subscribe, and just hit the notification button too, just so you'll get notifications whenever I upload a video, so that way you don't forget about me, and then I'm lonely, and then I'm very sad because I don't have viewers. It's a very sad time. But anyways, we're gonna have a happy time, because we're gonna keep uploading some more stuff. Hopefully I'm gonna give this more of a shot. And when I say like a shot, I already gave this like basically, I try to be as open-minded as possible, but I may give it like another shot someday in the future, to see if I like it better. But yeah, it's just a little bland for me. It was a little too bland. All right, well guys, this has been a fun journey. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. This is like my longest video up to this point right now. So so drop a like if you liked the video, and make sure to subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching and being here. Every single minute that you watch really does help me a whole lot, so thank you so much. Let me know how you guys like this album. Comment below. Just even if you loved it, I don't care. Like, I want to hear it. I love positivity. In fact, even if you disagree with me, I love constructive criticism and positivity, and just anything really. I'll even take hate comments. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I just really love the interactions that I can make with people sometimes, and it's really nice. So yeah, you guys take care, have a great day, and you guys stay awesome. Rock on.